Listen, before you watch this video, I need you to like and subscribe, man. The goal is to get as many college coaches to this platform as possible to get these kids scholarships. So, in order to do that, I need you to like and subscribe to this video and even share it.
Boy,
Nothing much, nothing much.
you in the car this morning?
Yeah, man, I'm in Waco right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing this camp, so I had went
Oh,
worked out, and then I'm about to go do this camp with Marcus at La Vega.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm in the car. Yeah, waiting on Trey.
Yeah,
You
I
watching that?
see.
You said what now?
I said, how many kids y'all got? Is it a high school camp or just?
I
Is
think
it?
it's I think it's grassroots for the most
Oh,
part.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's grassroots for the most part. Oh, there he is.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, nah. So I think he said he capped it at 50. So he said he could have got more in there, but he said he wanted to make it a little more intimate than it
Yeah.
was last. I think last year he said he had like 70 some kids. So he said he wanted to cap it at 50. But yeah, it was yesterday. It was yesterday and today. I just saw
Oh,
it from today. Yeah, man, bro, I had took my cousin on a visit to East Texas A&M
yeah,
Commerce, the old Commerce. And
yeah.
I was just talking to the coaches, man, and he was like, bro, we ain't recruiting these high school kids. I said, bro, it's crazy because like we be talking about it all the time. And like it's just like, bro, just to hear it from a coach's mouth, he was like, bro, we just not. He's like, his coach said we do not want no high school kids there. I said, dang.
Well, his
Yeah.
coach said, what happened? My bad.
So the East Texas, I had took my cousin because he about to get ready to transfer, and I took him to Texas A&M Commerce, but it's East Texas A&M now, and I
Right.
was talking to the coaches or whatever, and he was like, they ain't taking no. The head coach said we ain't taking no high school kids.
Mm.
Yeah, and this is at the what Southland, Southland.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This Southland. So I could just imagine any other conference. But he was like, bro, the reason why they go to events, bro, is because, like, at the end of the day, the kids gonna get older. So you gonna check them out, see if they go to one school or such and such. He was like, even like the high major kids, like, say for instance, they go like somebody go to UNT or something, or they go to SMU or something, like somewhere close or whatever. And he was like, man, maybe we can get them from there if they go there. But for the most part, he was just like, bro, we really just going here just to see how they are and just kind of stay in touch with them until they get to they school, and then we'll try to get them from their next school when they transfer. I said,
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nature
bro.
of the beast. That's the era we live in now. It's the era we live in now. It is, man. Some of the stuff we've been talking about in the last few weeks.
Yeah,
Kids want to skip workouts, don't want to work out, don't want to get better. They definitely finna get skipped over now.
yeah, they finna get
Yeah. So if you ain't pressed to be one of the top players in the state or wherever you are,
right.
bro, you're not finna get no scholarship, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not gonna get no scholarship. I mean, you know, even the NAIA schools are hoping that a portal kid fall to them.
yep,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
so
bro.
what do a kid supposed to do then?
Hey man, JUCO is now gonna be the new uh level of basketball where it's gonna be so competitive because so many people trying to get to the next level.
Mm.
Hmm.
So you're gonna see JUCO ball take off, bro. It's gonna take off.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna take off. And I ain't just talking about D1 JUCO. I'm saying D2 JUCOs as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, D2 JUCOs is gonna be able to compete because it's so much competition. They're gonna be able to compete with D1 JUCOs. Watch.
Mm,
Give it a couple of years.
yeah,
Give it a couple of years. You're gonna be able to see it. You're gonna be like, dang. Yeah.
yeah, because
But
it ain't gonna be
there ain't
it
no
ain't gonna be
spots.
no spots. Yeah,
Yeah, there's no spots. There's
yeah.
no spots, bro. There's no spots.
So the one.
Yeah.
And this is where I would say, like, if you really want to go play, I think we're gonna be in that era. Like, if you really want to go play, you put that dedication time in, bro. I think you could get a spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but if you don't, bro, you gonna miss out. Cause like I feel like some people in college, and they just get picked up just because they okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now it's gonna be like, bro, if you really want to go to school, bro, it's gonna be a spot for you. Like,
Yep.
but you gotta put the work in to get to that spot. Even if it's a D3 JUCO. You know what I'm saying? Like Richard is a D3 JUCO. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like all those small Brookhaven is a D3 JUCO.
I'm an All-American, not that joker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like even those small JUCOs like that,
Hey,
Yeah.
oh, my bad.
I was saying even those small JUCOs, I feel like they gonna be elite because they gonna want the top kids too. Like, of course they maybe they 14, 15 guy on the roster, maybe, you know what I'm saying, Poochie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like for the most that one through 10 gonna probably be pretty
So,
good.
Yeah.
so do you think kids in this generation ready? Because back, like you said, that you went to Brookhaven, but do you think kids now, especially from Dallas, the ones from Dallas, would say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Brookhaven"?
No, I mean their egos, these kids' egos want no. I love basketball so much that even though I got in trouble, I navigated my way back to doing with the things I said I was gonna do when I was a kid. These kids don't love basketball enough like that. Like they ready to quit, because letters ain't coming in the mail. Ain't nobody talking to them, or it ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't love it enough. They don't love it enough to still fight through what's going on right now. That's what I see with this era right now. If it ain't going right, they done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see so many kids depressed because they ain't got an offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I doing all this and I ain't getting an offer? So they just the love and passion behind what you're doing. You don't see much of that no more. You don't see it, man. It's an agenda behind what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the drive of just loving basketball. It's an agenda. Like one of the college coaches said on Ashley's podcast. You said they was a gym rat. Then they get to college and they ain't a
I
gym rat no more.
seen that. I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a true gym rat, bro, that don't stop when you get to college. Like, that's
Yeah.
something that you do. No, you put on a facade. You put on a facade. You had a hidden agenda. I'm going to show these folks I like to work out. I'm always in the gym. I do this. Boom, I got me a scholarship. So you stole a scholarship. Now you're in your dorm room up till the last 10 minutes before practice. You run in the gym, practice. You the first one out of there, back to the dorm room. Then you back over there, the same thing the next day. You don't never spend no time in the gym like you used to. So I can see why a bunch of college coaches are taking high school kids a little less now because that's what they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it also got like they was gym rats in high school? Because this go back to that topic we was talking about a couple weeks ago. They gym rats in high school because and junior high, I guess, because they impressing their parents. And then when they leave that authority of their parents, now they free. Now they get to make their own decisions. And they did, like you said, they don't love basketball enough to say, hey, I'm gonna keep making these decisions and keep going this basketball route. They free now, so they say, hey, I want to start making these decisions. I want to start going here. Do you think that's also the cause? Like like you said, they put on a facade, but it's more so for their parents. Hey, I love basketball. It's my parents sitting right here.
That could be a part of it, Trey. That could be a real part of it. But I just know, when you really love something, but I've been in the trenches. When you really love something, it don't matter. Like, being at Brookhaven, bro, that's probably the lowest I've been in my basketball career. But I made the best out of that situation
Right.
because I love basketball so much. You know what I'm saying? So, I tell people all the time, it's not where you're at, it's what you do where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not where you at, it's what you do where you at. So when we go play San Jacinto, we go play Navarro, we go play Blinn, them college coaches was asking Coach Story, how did he get me? How the hell is this kid at your school?
Right.
Because I was on their level. I was a D1 San Jacinto kid, or a Blinn kid, or Navarro kid. I should have been in a D1 JUCO, but I got a little trouble in Utah, and my mama said, "Nah, you're gonna go right here to Brookhaven, and you're gonna get your education." She wasn't even caring about me playing basketball no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was just she wanted me to get my education, so I'm at Brookhaven. You know what
So
I'm saying?
I want to kind
Yeah.
of tie that into your topic. So one of the topics is how important is a father. how do you feel like your dad kind of guided you? Do you feel like you would have made it this far if you didn't have your dad?
Oh no, oh no. I put that on Father's Day. I did. I
Mm-hmm.
put that as his tough love got me through a lot of dark situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, his realness, his genuineness about life, because they come from working all their life. My mom and dad worked their way up and whatever they did. You know, you didn't need education when, you know, you talking about 1938, 1949.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, so you worked your way. You know, you didn't go to college. You didn't do all that back then. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you get in a company and you work your way up in the company. They just knew work ethic. That's all my parents knew. And so, you know, that's all they ever taught me and my brothers and sisters is about how hard you got to work. You know what
So
I'm saying?
so
So
when you was like, man, I'm gonna pursue this basketball thing, like how did your parents kind of react? Because I feel like a lot of parents like come from that, especially like let's say a Nigerian family or something
yeah,
like that, like they, you know what I'm saying, or Asian family or Indian family, like they want to pursue sports, but they mom and dad like, hey, we ain't on this, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
But the kid really love the
yeah.
game, like you can see they love it, but they don't want them to pursue that. So how when you was like went to your dad or mom or whatever, and you was like, man, I want to pursue this basketball. What was their first words to you?
Well, my mom was totally for it. My dad was like, at first he was like, you ain't serious
Mm,
enough. You know what I'm saying? So then I went to the point to where I wanted to prove him wrong. Like, yeah, I'm serious about this. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
So it was he was just using that psychological effect on me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know, like I'm gonna see if he really want this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's kind of like when he made me get a job. Like he made me get a job to see if I would work. So I'm at Tom Thumb working. I'm loving that check every week. You know what I'm saying? And so I
Mm-hmm.
started asking my manager to add hours. Put out
Mm,
so now I'm getting home after 10. Now I'm getting home after 11. And then I'm falling asleep in school. My daddy made me quit the job. He's like, I know this fool to work now. You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? I know he'll get out here and get it. But I ain't fell in love with that money. So I was like, shit, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got
Right.
to ask my mom and daddy for nothing. But I think fathers are so important from that aspect. Like, I'm always the villain with my kids. As a father, I'm the villain.
Right.
Like I'm always the villain because I'm always gonna be honest, brutally honest,
Right.
and
Right.
tell the truth. You know, a mother is more of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna be loving and caring, regardless of the trouble I got in. My mama was still right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Daddy cussing you out. You know,
Yeah.
nigga, he going in. You know what I'm saying? Like you screwing up your life. You doing this, you doing that. But mama's always the nurturer. She could be upset with you, but she's still the nurturer. You know, so I just think a father in a kid's life is just one of them things that like they need to have. Like, you look at stats on girls without fathers and girls with fathers and how they turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the percentages of it. Like a girl, a young woman that grow up that had a daddy in her life and a young woman that grow up that didn't have a dad in their life.
Right.
Look at the percentages of how they turn out and the decisions they make in life. It's totally different. It's totally different.
Gotcha. So you feel like it's harder if a kid don't have the dad in life?
Well, I ain't saying it's harder because you got KDs and all them like that
No, I'm
mama,
saying like I ain't saying
yeah.
it's not impossible. Do you feel like it's harder to make it in certain areas if you don't have your pops in your life?
It just depends on that mama. It really
Yeah.
does, man. It depends on what type of mama is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Trey Granny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she got a backbone.
Right.
She gonna be a disciplinarian in the trade. She gonna be a nurturer in the trade. She gonna do it all. So you got moms out here that do all that. So you know what I'm saying. And so some kids come through the system and they fine because they got both sides of the aspect. Now, do I think a woman can be a man and or teach a man how to be a man? Yes, some women can because that's the only thing they can do for their kid. You know what I'm saying? But then every woman don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, every aspect of a woman is not to think. Like I don't like when my daughter started her cycle, nigga, I ran her back to her mama. Nigga, that's not my area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I want my daughter to learn how to take care of herself in that moment of her womanly cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know
Mm-hmm.
nothing about that. I ain't never experienced that. But see, you got people that try to do things that they're not really good at, and so they cut the other person out of that person's life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the cross references is. So I respect what a woman does for kids. I respect that. I just think I don't know if enough women respect what fathers do for kids.
Mm. So why do you feel like that's the case when you was like women don't respect what fathers can do?
It's the narrative that the world has created. See,
Mm-hmm.
like that's what split all these families up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they broke the family up by removing the dad. You
Yeah.
know, just think about how many single parents are single parent homes that these kids are in now. You know, I deal with it every day. Like, hey man, where your glass at in the hallway? Oh, they at my dad's house. I stayed over there this weekend. I left them over there. I'm with my mama now. You know, so it just be chaos, bro. You know, you're going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like kids, it's not the same no more as that 2-parent household. Whereas, you know, everybody on one accord.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Trey, you got something to add?
Nah, yeah, everything he said is right.
Okay.
My grandma used to always say, when I got to that age, she raised me, and then it go back to like what the next one is like. What's your end goal? Like my grandma used to always say, man, that basketball don't last forever, man. Like, or she's like, she raised me to be who I needed to be. Like, hey, man. But she used to always say, hey, when I got 15Z, she be like, hey, you grown now. I can't do nothing with you. I can't make you a man. Like some of this shit you gotta go do on your own, like learning how to work and keep a job and take care of yourself. Like she's like, you a man, you gotta go figure this stuff out now. And, you know, she's a little older, so back then you could be a grown man by age 13, 14 years old. Like you know how it go.
Yeah.
But she used to always say that, like, I can't raise you to be no man, but I can make you who you need to be. And the OG used to always tell me, a mom is gonna make the kids comfortable. She gonna raise the kids on who they want to be. Like, oh, I don't want to do this, so the mom gonna cater to that. The man
Mm-hmm.
is always gonna raise the boy and the girl on who they need to be. Like a woman can raise a girl and be like, oh, she don't like this, she ain't gotta do that. But a man get that girl like, nah, she need to do this. She
Mm-hmm.
need to sit like this. She need to act like this. She need to be doing this. And she might not like it at that time. But
Yeah.
that man got that pride, that ego, that in him, like that stubbornness, what they always say, tell us,
Yeah.
oh, my daddy's so stubborn. Yeah, I'm so stubborn because I'm not bulging on this. This is who
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be. I'm gonna make sure you got these type of qualities in your life. And men are built to stand on those type of principles. So yeah, Z right, man. The father is so important. I think it's one of the most important things. Yeah, you need the mom. You know, that's.
Right.
But the father, if you ain't, I believe if you ain't got a father, even if you do, because KD them 6'10", whatever how tall
Yeah.
he is, everybody
Yeah.
not blessed like that. So
Uh-huh.
if you don't got a father, you miss. Like to this day, I have to learn, man. Like AZ, man, it took me, man. I'm learning, and I had to learn. Hey, man, leave the house smelling good. Before my grandma raised me this. Don't leave it. Don't go nowhere wrinkled. Iron your clothes. So she taught me how to iron and get my clothes right. But she didn't tell me how to go put no cologne on and go. You know what I'm saying? She made me
Yeah.
look put lotion on, but she didn't say,
Yeah.
"Hey, go put that cologne. Go smell good." Or she couldn't teach me how to tie or
Mm-hmm.
dress nice and stuff like be a man like that. So I think it's a lot of stuff. I see a lot of men that grew up with dads that they naturally do that I didn't even have a dad, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have learned that at a young age. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
just certain stuff dad teaches, especially boys, that we don't get if we don't have a dad. If that makes sense.
And you think about it, if you think about KD did have a father figure, his coach. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his father figure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's who took him under his wing and, you know, made sure he was everywhere he needed to be with AAU and all that stuff like that. So, you know, it's always somebody, if you, every great young man or you know, a young lady that come through, it's somebody that played a father figure role if they didn't have
Yeah,
a dad.
Right. Right.
yeah,
Right.
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they stepped in as that type of figure. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at it like that as well because it's been umpteen players that I've been a father figure to on as a coach. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So who they call when something's going wrong. Cozy, man, I need to talk to you. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have to step in those roles sometimes because those kids look at you like that automatically.
Right.
If
And
you're a good human being.
and they and I
Yeah,
believe kids need somebody. And I said this last week. Even I don't, and I say this. Even when you grown, you still need that father figure.
Yeah.
Like we
yeah,
all need somebody helping us make decisions. I don't
yeah,
like. I think we make like, especially women, like even in that dating world, they don't make decisions because they don't make good decisions because they father somewhere is not like helping them. Hey, you know that's gonna be a bad decision. Hey, don't make that move. Hey, you shouldn't do this. But I think fathers make that a big impact on kids, like, or father figures. Like, nah, Trey, why would you move like that? Nah, hey, you need to tighten up. Like a father gonna always keep. Hey, you don't
yeah,
like you can go to your father and be like, man, they picking on me, and your father gonna be like, well, tell me the situation. And you tell them the situation, and they be like, well, you were late, 30 minutes late. I'll do
Right.
your ass like that too.
yeah,
Then you start
yeah,
getting relaxed. You start be like, damn, I guess it is my fault. But you don't got a father in your life. People telling you, hey, they doing you wrong, but you showing up 30 minutes late to everything. Like
yeah,
it's the fathers who like, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. So I think fathers is like super important. It's the little stuff that no one sees or hears. Like the like Z said, I got so many kids. You can play that role too, but nobody never know. Nobody never know the conversations I'd have had with some girls or some boys that say, hey bro, you gonna make those moves? At least do it in silent, behind closed doors. Don't make it public. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they needed that. But without a
yeah,
father, they would have been like, or without somebody being in that role, they would have kept on making those moves. And people like, man, why are them kids acting like that? You know what I'm
yeah.
Right.
saying?
Got you. So kind of just tying this up. So Father's Day was just past Sunday, or yeah, just past Sunday. So why do you feel like Father's Day is like not celebrated as much as Mother's Day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? Like, if we are so important, and like, I'm not even on that wave of like the women versus men wars or whatever. Like, but I'm just like, I feel like that's just a natural thing. Like for so many years, like Father's Day is just kind of like, it's just another day. But Father's Day is kind of like, I mean, Mother's Day is just kind of like us. It's a Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
we finna
weekend.
go all out. Like, you know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
weekend. Mother's Day is the weekend. Father's Day is Sunday.
Right.
Hey, I say because man, we got the mindset. We really not tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
grateful, we humble, we really not
Yeah.
Well,
tripping.
and
And
we not emotional creatures as
right.
well either.
Right, right.
We're not
If
we're not
men start
emotional.
pushing it, like if you don't get your wife nothing, you already know you about to have a terrible week. You
Yeah.
ain't you already know what comes with that.
Yeah.
A woman cannot get a man nothing or do it, and a man gonna be like, shit, I still gotta do my responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like OG said, hey, a woman can tell you, hey, nah, I'm not doing my responsibility this week, or I don't feel like washing dish, or whatever her responsibility is. She can be like, nah, I want to take a break. A man can never take a break from his responsibilities. So that's how I look at it like that too. No matter if you don't get nothing else, you still gotta take care of your business, no matter what. A woman
Yeah.
can be like, oh, you didn't give me nothing for Mother's Day. I'm done with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I look
I
at it.
Somebody
just think
said a
I
terrible
just I
week, a
truly
terrible
think
month.
yeah. I think it's truly the narrative that people have created for fathers too though. You know what I'm saying? Society has created a narrative that I'm gonna say black
Right.
dads. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just say black fathers. Like they have a narrative for us, man. Like, you know, like they know how strong we are in our kids' lives, and so they want to divide. They want to divide that. Like, you know, we help a lot of our kids, bro. And so I just truly think they've created a narrative to try to break that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at some of the successful women and young men that had their father in life. They successful, man. They doing well in life, and so people see that they want to break that up, man. They want to break that up because I ain't never. I hate when I see parents. This is a true thing, y'all. Parents are jealous of their kids. Like your whole objective in life is to make sure your kids do better than you.
Mm-hmm.
In anything they do in life, you want them to do more than what you've done.
Right.
You want them to live better than you. You want them to make more money better than you. You want them to have better job, better education. You want all that to be. But you see parents out here now that are really envious and jealous that their kids go off and do well for themselves, man. And I don't understand how that even happens.
Yeah, that's
I really
crazy.
don't. Yeah.
I can't even imagine being like, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, like, what do you feel like strikes that? Do you feel like the parents just not happy at where they at in life?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, not getting therapy about having to downgrade their life to raise their kid. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get to pursue the things that they wanted to do. And so now it's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as it makes them, you know, depressed and upset about, like, I could have did this as well, but I had her and the father, like, I had to stop my dreams and aspirations of being a football player because I had kids.
Right.
And I didn't get a chance to chase my dream. You know, stuff like that happens, bro.
Right.
Now, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, a lot of people, and you see it, and you see a lot of people learning now. They don't want to go to therapy. They don't want to get help. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of past trauma from parents,
Yeah.
grandparents,
Yeah.
exes, or whatever. So it's so much trauma in their past. So once they do get kids, it's like they living through their kids. So it's like a lot of, like, I look at a lot of stuff like this when parents, people have kids and they start saying, "Oh, my baby didn't do this, so I'm gonna make sure they do it." It's like sometimes your baby don't need that, but you trying to make sure your baby get that because you never had. That's some type of trauma. Your baby don't want to play basketball, but you think because your daddy didn't take you outside and play basketball, you
Right.
think you supposed to go out there, man, go do something else with them kids. Like it's little stuff like that. I think a lot of parents they do hate, not hate, they kind of jealous of their kids, but it's so much trauma that they trying to heal through their kids instead of just healing for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody want to sit by themselves and heal. Like that's probably the hardest battle you're gonna do in your
Yeah.
life is healing
Yeah.
your past. A lot of people don't think they got problems either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trey, you put on there, what's the end goal in all this? Is it really helping us individually or collectively? Oh, hold on. Somebody said they had a comment. Somebody said, yes, a lot of dads live hoop dreams through their kids, which ultimately makes the kid fall back from the sport.
Yeah.
I
Nah.
mean, yeah, I mean, that happens.
Yeah.
I see it
Yeah.
a lot. I mean, that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happens, bro. I've seen it so much throughout my years of being in the game. You know, parents that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know their story. You know, I don't know why, you know, they doing it, but maybe something happened to them, injury, or didn't get a chance to, you know, fulfill their obligation, had a baby, like I just said, you know. You don't know what happened, but you see so many parents that you're supposed to live for your kids, not through them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's two different things right there. You live for them because my four is getting up in the morning, making sure I'm providing, make sure I'm making sure they on point with things they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Grades, you know, making sure you clean up, making sure you know how to clean up, make sure you know how to cook, make sure you know how to fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's living for your kids. But living through them is a whole different ball game. Like you can see it in their eyes. Like people falling out in training over a missed shot, bro. That's living through your kids, bro. Like, come on, man. I ain't finna have no heart attack in no stands because my kid ain't making no shots in training, bro. You know, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you
Yeah.
know, so you look at, I can see the signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah.
you can tell the parents that really care. Like, I care about him. Hey, he got to get out here. When dad is walking to me like that, I say, oh yeah, he on the right agenda.
Yeah.
I care about him. I'm just trying to give him everything he need, bro, to get where he need to
Yeah.
get. If he don't make this thing work, it's on him.
Yeah.
It's on him. He ain't gonna be able to blame me at the end of the day and say I didn't, you know, do this and get him that. You know, when daddy's talking like that and mama's talking like that, I know they on the right accord with what they're trying to do for their kids.
Right.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the kid gotta want it more than the parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like?
Oh, my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Or it's like I see a lot of parents, and it's this a thin line of like working out and training. But I see a lot of parents, and I say this all the time because whatever I make my kids do, I can do it. Like I'll jump in there and I can do it.
Right.
I see a lot of parents making their kids do a lot of stuff that they wouldn't do, they never did, and they can't do. And it's
Yeah,
like, man, you gonna wake this baby up, make them run 2-3 miles, then you gonna make them run some sprints, then you gonna make them work out, then you gonna make them put up all these shots. These kids are like Z said all the time, they killing themselves, they wearing their body out, but the
yeah,
parents is so forced on you gotta make it, you gotta make it, you gotta make it. And it's like half the stuff not structured, half the stuff is not like for real, for real. So I'll be looking at it like, damn, is that for you or is that actually do you actually think that's helping your kids? Like,
yeah,
so I say that too, like when they push their kids so hard and them kids be looking at them like, man, I can't take this no more, you know? And
yeah,
I just be like,
yeah.
man, look, hey, y'all done paid the money. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
what you want me to do?
So, do you feel like that comment has said, dads, do you feel like mom lives their dreams through their
Oh,
kids?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They the worst
Yeah.
ones. They
yeah,
the worst ones.
Hey,
Hey,
the way y'all said yes so
hey,
fast.
it be the mamas and they trying to fight.
yeah,
Hey, the only reason you see dudes in them fighting is because they protecting their wife.
yeah,
They ain't really just getting into it. Me and Z can get into it. We can say some words. All right, go ahead, all right, and we
yeah,
good. It's the mamas, woo woo, and they in each other's face, and we all gotta break them up. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, like y'all
yeah,
fucking with this, yeah. The mamas be the first ones run up on the court. Like it feel
yeah.
like damn.
Like me walking in a rec league and seeing a 6 and under and 8 and under mamas fighting. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, come on, man. What we doing, man?
Yeah.
Kids crying. You know, I'm like, what's going on, man? They supposed to be having fun right now. I wouldn't care what little Johnny and little Mark doing, or what little Susie, or what little
yeah,
Melissa
yeah, yeah,
doing.
yeah,
It ain't enough to make me, go up to somebody and be like, Mama, don't say nothing about my kid. No, hey, man, come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
somebody, now that I am where I am, for somebody to be that miserable in life, they're miserable because for a kid to be that young and you're expressing hate or saying things to them on the court, you're in a low place in life.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You really are. You're in a low place in life, bro. Because not nobody that's healthy, with a healthy state of mind and feeling good about themselves, is going to be in the gym talking about a 6-year-old or talking about a 7 or 8-year-old to the point to where you're going to make their parents want to fight you.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
You're just not in a healthy state of mind, bro. You're not.
right. Hey,
Yeah.
even then, like you see, like Z saying, you see the mom saying a lot of stuff. Most times, like let's say we all got kids and we all in the same gym watching the same game, we got a level of respect for each other to not say nothing about each other kids or not, not do that. It's the women who be saying that out loud, or like, and it's like they don't have no respect for. I guess the other woman or whoever, but they don't mind disrespecting other people kids or things like that. Like a man ultimately have a little bit more respect to be doing all that. Like,
Yeah.
but it is some dudes who out there who act the fool too. You
Yeah.
know,
Right. Right. Right.
it
Right.
is
Right.
some
Right.
dudes who act the fool too.
Gotcha. So, the end goal is it really helping us individually, collectively? What do you mean? Like, you talking about just the end goal of like just basketball stuff, or just life, or
Yeah,
like?
just like what Z said earlier, when he got in trouble, his mama like, "Now you gonna sit your ass down. You gonna go to Brookhaven. You gonna go get an education." So I see a lot of people pushing this basketball. I think we said this. We do a lot of basketball skills training. We do a lot of we travel for tournaments. We do a lot of stuff for basketball, and it's like, outside of basketball, what type of skills these kids are learning? What type of are
Yeah.
we? What type of like we say we want to go get a scholarship, but it's like, what type of scholarship? Is a
Yeah.
scholarship you trying to go get gonna help us out? Is this gonna help the community? Is it gonna expand us, or like what are we really doing and trying to get out of this basketball? OG asked me that the other day, like, what's your end goal? What you trying to get out of this? Like, is it AAU? He asked the question, if do you only love basketball because of AAU, or do you love basketball because of everything else? If you love it because of everything else, then you should be trying to get into other things like politics and everything, like just different. Not to go expound on the conversation, but he was just basically like a lot of people want to play basketball, but they don't got no end goals. They don't got no, all right, this is what I'm trying to do this for. If that makes sense.
So basically, what you're saying is like, I guess for me, like, like my end goal for my stuff is like to create a network of you know what I'm saying, like a high school network, JUCO, HBCU, basically all the stuff that don't have exposure. Like that's what I want to do. Like I want to be able to expose the talent because I feel like at the end of the day, like it's a bunch of kids that's gonna get missed over that's talented. And I don't know who I was talking to, and it was just like, man, like it's so many kids that should have got an opportunity, but they ain't had the right guidance, they ain't had the right exposure. So it's just like creating a platform that really like puts that in perspective. And then like if you don't get an opportunity, it's on you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Like I feel like some people just don't get the opportunity. Like we from East Texas, so I know it's a lot of kids in East Texas. I know it's a lot of kids in West Texas. I know it's a lot of kids in freaking Montana or Wyoming. Like you know what I'm saying? Like those states that don't really got no pub, no media like that. Like bro, like it's kids out there. Like that's good. They can go take somebody's spot, but they ain't gonna never have the opportunity because ain't nobody out there filming them. Ain't nobody out there recording them. They ain't lining up against the right competition because either they don't know, you know what I'm saying, or they just don't got the funds, or whatever the case may be. Look at HBCUs, right? Like I look at HBCUs and it's like, bro, they got hoopers, like bro, like they can go get it, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have no exposure, like you know what I'm saying? Like
So,
Z Carter played at HBCU, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
I mean,
think
we only know him because of Z.
I think you know the one thing that Draymond said the other day was great for the game. Basketball used to be a poor man's game.
It still is though.
No, it's a rich man's
I
game
want
now.
to go on that. Go
Yeah,
continue,
yeah,
Z.
it is. It is, bro. It is. Man, look here, man. Do you know how much money go
Yeah,
through
I agree to that.
basketball now? Do you know how much money is being made off of Now, see, we just talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Here, the dope dealers used to sponsor our team, bro.
Yeah,
You know, the neighborhood boy that had the money, he used to take care of us, bro. He wanted to see us try to go get us a scholarship. Now that's no longer no more, dog. This money coming from parents, bro. Hard-earned money coming from households.
right.
It's coming, and you think about how many teams, bro. Just do the math on teams in Plano. How many AAU teams in Plano alone?
Nah, it's bringing
And
that
do the
business,
math on
bro.
how much. It's not a poor man's game no more. The poor kids don't. Unless you're really really good, you play it for free. But if you're not really really good and you poor, you don't play it all because you can't afford the fees.
Right.
Listen, man, do you need college coaches on you early, late? It doesn't matter. I'm Coming University got everything for you. Posted twice a month, 16 plus thousand followers, 450 plus coaches every month. And we just dropped the app. I'm Coming University got its own app, own platform where we got every access to every coach in America, D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO. It don't matter what level you want to go to and what level are you good enough for at the end of the day. Book a call in the description and let's get you seen and let's get you.
But that's what I'm saying. Basketball is peanuts compared to softball, volleyball, and baseball. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Hey,
but it's
But
steady going up though.
he ain't
It's
said the
steady
but I
going
feel
peanuts
up.
like
cheap
I
though.
feel like
The
basketball.
peanuts still, hey, the peanuts not cheap.
But what
Shit.
Nah, the peanuts
but
not
what I
cheap.
but what I'm saying is I feel like basketball. I can go get a basketball from Walmart and start doing stuff myself. But
Yeah,
for those other sports, you need somebody else doing. You need somebody throwing the
Hey,
baseball to
but
you. You need
you would
somebody
never
throwing.
be as good as a little Z that do skills every day with a certified trainer.
Right, but I still can make myself good to prepare myself for an opportunity to work with a trainer. Because if, say for instance, Z see a kid down there, he see him getting it in, he gonna walk down there and be like, "Hey, who you working with?" Like what? Because he can start by himself. It's hard to do that with baseball and volleyball,
yeah,
or like you can do it with soccer a little bit, but like with basketball, like I can get on the internet, I can do dribbling drills by myself, I can go to a park, shoot some shots by myself, so I can be somewhat good before I get to a trainer. it's hard to do that with those other sports. That's why I say basketball, you can go buy a $50
They
basketball,
don't lie.
$30
They
basketball.
don't lie, bro. I saw a kid with a bag full of. It's 2 times. I got a park right over the street from my house. I saw a kid with a bag full of football. And I saw a kid with a baseball bat and a baseball. Throwing that baseball up and hit that ball. He had 100 baseballs out there. He'll hit it. He'll go out there and walk and get all them baseballs, come back, do it all over again. I saw a kid with a whole bunch of footballs.
We can't hear you. You was breaking up.
He said he was throwing the balls down, the footballs at each cone, trying to hit the cone.
Oh, you
So
said throwing the football.
yeah, throwing the football. Yeah, he was throwing the football. So it's kids out here that create, situations for themselves, and like you said, if I drive by and see that, I'm like, dang, this kid want it, because you know what I'm saying. You don't see that often.
Well, yeah,
You don't see stuff like that often. But I still, what Draymond said is right, bro. It's more. It's more money involved in basketball now than it ever has been before in life.
Hey, not to cut you off, like that same kid you seeing, Z, that at the park throwing baseball, let's translate to basketball. Because I seen a kid, I'm in East Texas, I seen a kid, and we got hills and land. I seen a kid running on a parachute. He had to be about 10 years old. You think I got to stop what I'm doing to go train him?
You talk to him?
No.
You was driving by.
Them days are over. Like Z said back in the day.
I don't think that over. I think
how many kids are you training for free, Ed?
I mean, I only got two kids, so.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. That's them, like Z said, like the Doughboys used to, like they know they wasn't really
that before. I did that before. Like I was in Lifetime Allen, and it was these girls. Like I built a bond with them over the time, but like it was very cool. Like I was at the gym working out, and I always seen them. Like it took a couple of times, like but I always seen them working out, and I'm like, man, I was there. Let me go see what them is like. Let me see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But they turned into clients though. Like I just love the game. So if I see you working out, I'm gonna see where you at. Like I'm gonna see if you really want this, because I know how hard I'm gonna push you.
You mentioned the point what Z said. But you said they turned into clients. That's still some type of money coming through. It ain't if how long are you gonna coach them kids for free and you ain't said nothing out of it?
I mean, people do it all the time.
Who? And that's good, and they know what they talking about.
No, I'm saying if the kid is good, they gonna play on the AAU team for free. They gonna train them for free.
How many years like that? But they started off.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of kids playing on teams for free.
They good, and they started off doing training.
What caliber teams they playing on, Ed? They're playing for free.
Circuit teams.
Yeah.
They play on circuit teams, so
them kids had some type of training. Them kids not coming from the trenches, and they skilled enough to go play EYBL. Come on, man. We already know you can be at the park every day in the trenches shooting shots. You never.
But
somebody found this kid
or relayed the message though.
Huh?
Somebody found that kid or relayed the message, like, hey, this kid gonna be good. So they gonna start either training or working them out for free because somebody done told them they gonna be good.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is how it goes.
That kid that you think gonna be good is not compared to the kid that's putting. Because I can train you for free, but I got a little Z over here, and his daddy paying me this money, and he in the gym every day. He's super skilled, and come on, you will never.
You gonna do both. You gonna do both.
Name me one person.
I mean, I ain't in everybody's business, so I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody doing it. And if they are, it's like Z's or me's who just care about like really developing kids. Because that goes to say, if that was the case, it'll be a lot more people developing kids. Look at the kids, like Z said, the kids who are paying for training still not really getting developed for real. So you think I'm really gonna really develop a kid that's not gonna pay, and it's not a poor man game no more. I'm not going to the park and train kids no more. I used to. I'm not doing that no more. And that's just being honest. Like bro, you gotta spend some money. Come on, bro.
So why you can't okay, say for instance you drive by the park, you see a kid working out, boom. You be like, hey man, y'all got like $20? You want to do that?
That ain't got no $20 though.
But you don't know that though, until you go up to them. You don't know that. You would
You
never.
know
And
what?
so,
When I
You would never
to,
know.
to, to tell both of y'all, it's almost like pulling up at a light. You know, when I pull up at a light and see a homeless person, if God tells me to do something, I do it right then.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't get that feeling, like, you know, that feeling that God is telling me to reach out to this kid and help this kid, then I don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because God always talks to me when I'm supposed to be helping somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been used though. I've been used over the years, bro. I've been used so hard. Like, people look in your eyes and use you,
yeah,
bro. So, I think, I still have my passion for helping, but I'm smart about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
yeah.
much more smart about it. But yeah, when I see kids that look like they really, really want
Uh-huh.
it, and they working hard, bro, by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done that before.
Bro, you can
I
see it, bro. You gonna
yeah,
know, bro. You gonna
yeah,
know. And I think it go back to what Trey was saying. Like, I work with a client right now, and I'm just like, bro, I can see that she want it, but she just got a lazy. She ain't ever been pushed hard enough. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, she ain't ever been pushed, so it's kind of like a whoa, like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to say that, but I can
yeah.
tell like that's what's on her mind. Like, bro, like I can tell like she really want this, but it's a lazy, like this need to be just pushed out of her. Like,
Or she's not poor. It's
or
a,
she's not what?
it's a, if, because it go back to that same thing. If she living good and she's living a luxury life, right,
Right.
and her parents can afford you and
Yep.
your prices, it's nothing you can do to push that out of her. It's not a
Nah,
coordinated
bro.
thing.
I don't believe that.
You,
I don't believe that. I don't
what
believe
can
it.
you do?
If
She,
the kid wants it, you can see it. Even if they living in a comfortable position, you have to put them in uncomfortable position to see how far you can really push them. Because if you know you a trainer, you gonna push them to the limit. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to see this is your product now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Because
I've been doing
it's
it.
just
I
like,
ain't been doing it long enough, but I learned this. If I gotta push you to that limit, then it's not you, it's me. So when you leave me, what are you gonna do? Because now you gotta find somebody else that's gonna exert
you
the
got to set
same
the
energy.
tone. You got to set the tone. It's like this is the expectations, regardless. It's just like a parent raising their
I
kid.
don't
Like when
know.
they let them go, you got to raise that
So
kid
let me give you an
to be
example.
able to go out on their own and do their thing.
Let
You
me
know what
give you
I'm
an example. I got that. What's his name? Christian. He came from Coach Z a while back when he
saying?
was young. He came back. He came hard, intense. He was killing it. Then I had other kids who wasn't going as hard, and I used to put all that energy in. Like, come on, we gotta go hard. Come on, go on. I never had to tell him, "Hey, you gotta go hard." It was just already in him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
But
little
some kids
kids.
probably got that go hard, but some people need that. They need to see what go hard look like in this sport.
Hmm.
Can, can they?
all
I
he's
agree.
saying,
Hey,
Trey,
I agree to that. I agree.
you might be the Kickstarter. You might be the
Yeah,
Kickstarter to
you
get them
might be the
I
Kickstarter.
agree to that.
to get them,
But
yeah,
how long
yeah.
does it start? How long does it take to kick start it?
It depends on if that kid coming from $1 million parent household.
Them be the kids that's not gonna make it.
You
No, but
can't
you can't say that.
you can't
Cause,
say
Man,
cause,
they
that.
'cause
don't want it
listen,
enough.
listen,
They
You can't
live
say
listen,
too
that.
good. I'm telling you,
listen,
man. My
Trey, let me tell
uncle,
No,
you something.
bro.
hey,
Trey, let
my
me tell you
Look
uncle,
at
something.
Steph Curry. Steph
Don't,
Curry came from a great background,
and his dad played
yeah,
in NBA.
but he didn't have to do
yeah.
that,
That's
though. He still
different.
put the work in.
That's different.
No, it's not.
We talking about this level of people, our level of people, not the high ups. Them, that's a different level. That's a
But I'm
different
just
Bro,
saying
level.
though, Trey, I'm saying it is what Gil told his son, he wasn't lying to him. He said, if you really want to play this basketball stuff, son, you got to, you finna play against guys, this their only way. This their only way out. This not your only way out. So he told him that at an early age. So that's why little arenas is so damn cold. He told, man, you finna play against niggas that's
Right.
starving, bro. They
yes.
starving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I can't say that rich kids don't want it like that, because if they got the right guidelines and structure to teach them how to navigate through what their parents already doing well, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
They'll be
Bro,
okay.
it's tons of now granted it'll probably be I ain't gonna say you can't pay. You can pay for, it, but like you people that go to Tyler Ref or something, they don't. They just because he a good trainer, they don't. And he gonna have some bread to go to him. But every kid that come out of his thing ain't just gonna go play at the next level like that. They ain't gonna go dominate at the next level like that just because they came from his training. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he a good trainer, but he gotta have that perspective of like he gotta hit some type of buttons. Trainers gotta know what buttons to push to get certain things about a kid, regardless of their situation. So you might got a trench kid where it's kind of like, man, you finna go eat these noodles tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like this what we working for. You don't want to be eating noodles like, you know what I'm saying? For that rich kid, it may be something else that you got to trigger for them to go, because you can't tell them because they not eating noodles. They eating steak.
Yeah.
They eating
Yeah.
chicken and lobster. So you got to find something else for them to trigger. Every kid has a trigger to activate their greatness.
I agree
Every
that.
kid got it.
I agree to that. I really truly agree because you can kick, like y'all saying, you can kick stuff. But I'm saying this because you got kids who and it go both ways from the trenches or if you rich. It don't matter who you are. If you want it, you want it. But I look at it like this: if we gotta bring it out of these kids and they not just showing they want it on their own, because I done been in the gym with kids who just you ain't gotta do all that. They want it.
But what you mean do all that? Like, I ain't saying yell at them. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
I'm
like you
saying like I'm
playing
saying you ain't
psychological
gotta
tricks with them.
like figure out how to get them motivated. You ain't gotta figure out hey how to get them right. It's just they
Nah,
there
you can't
already.
say that,
They
bro. You
there
can't say that.
already.
I'm gonna say this, man. My environment is electric, bro.
Right.
So if you walk in my environment and you can't get electrified, then I'm looking at you like this. Something ain't right. You know what
And
I'm
now
saying? Like,
that's a little different. That's a little
yeah,
different.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know what
But
I'm
you gotta
saying? Like,
create some type of environment where
yeah,
they feel like, oh no, I gotta either get to it or this ain't for
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's where
I agree to
that's how
that.
I am. That's how I am. You're not gonna walk in my gym with me and not realize that you're gonna have to get to it. Like
I agree to that.
regardless of how good you look or how bad you look, you finna have to get to it. You're going to reach a new level of button. You're going to push a button that you ain't never reached before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if people are not creating that environment, then how can you blame the kid?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
Hey,
you can't.
I agree to that. But you create the environment. The kid decides. Like I'm saying that if you create an environment, Ed, right, and that
Uh,
kid still come every day and they be like, hmm,
Yeah,
I,
but
well,
you at
that's
some point you
over
gonna be like, damn,
that's
that's
the
over
honest.
time though. That's
That's
over
yeah.
time. So let's
That's
say
the
two.
honest conversation, though. That's the honest conversation you have with a parent.
yeah,
Right.
Like I've been doing this so long. Like, look, this is. I just said it on the podcast. This ain't for your baby, man. This, your baby ain't cut out for this,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe not cut out for me right now. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Maybe they need somebody that's a little bit more relaxed and calmer. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my passion don't allow me to sit back and just let a kid be like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo." I can't do
Yeah.
that.
right.
I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can't say they're not gonna be a basketball player, but maybe they're not ready for me
Right.
yet.
Right. Right. They probably need a slower pace.
Right.
Yeah,
Same with you, Ed. Like your energy is so like energy is crazy. And I
yeah.
be
Mm,
looking at it, I'll be like, bro, half the kids, I'll be like, bro, they not ready for your energy.
yeah.
But you be like, ah, and I'm like, bro, them kids don't want that shit like that, bro. Like you in there going hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to sign up for training just to train with you. But the kids, but you don't see it from the kids. But then
Right.
like it's not like you go watch. I always because I like watching your videos. You go watch Lil Z and then some whoever the little dudes you be having, they go after him and it be come on, come on, come on. You be like, ooh. You can't teach that.
Yeah.
Like you can try to tap in. I've been trying to tap into kids for 8 years, and I'm learning. If they want it, they want it. They want to move like they gonna do it. But if they don't, and you can create the environment. You
Right.
can kickstart because there's been kids who come in the gym, get the moving slow, and then they go see a Jayla or Bree go hard, and they be like, all right, I'm trying to get to that, right?
But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Like other kids, some kids they need to see other kids. Like yeah, Zeke can do all that yelling, but if they see another kid, be like, oh snap, I ain't trying to look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I want to get like that. So
Right.
it's like yes, you create the environment, and the ones that want it, you gonna see them want it. Like you know what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
other ones they gonna fade away eventually. You know what I'm saying? They gonna fade away, but
No.
it may take 2 weeks to get them kick started. Somebody it may take a month to get kick started because if you've been say for instance you get a 13-year-old in these 12 years they just been having to just go through the motions, bro. They ain't gonna get no kick started in no 2 weeks. You know
Nah.
what I'm saying? It's gonna take them a little period of time to see. It may take them a month and a half to where you see some like, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, okay, we get used to this, and then they gonna draw a love for it. So it just depends on the kid and they desire. They really desire deep down. Like if they deep down love it and they just lazy or they just ain't never had nobody to push them, then eventually it may take a little bit more time than it will take a person that's kind of just been in the game, maybe with a little bit of discipline to really get in that rhythm. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
hey, let me give you an example. My uncle, he was poor, right? He had 4 boys, and he was poor. And they was training. They were waking up 4:30 in the morning, running. They was doing all these workouts in the trenches, like poor. Then, like this back in the day. Then he became not a dope boy, but you know when them iPhones came out, he started making money off these iPhones, flipping these
Yeah.
iPhones. I'm talking about he started getting buku's money, a lot of money. He moved his kids to Frisco and McKinney.
Uh-huh.
Before them boys didn't want to play basketball no more. Like it was just like they live in a 2-story house. They eating good. They living better. So when he was like, hey, let's wake up and go work out, they started fighting him on it. Now I'm not, no. Like let's
But
do this. Let's
somewhere in that though, he stopped doing that.
no. They got
You know what I'm saying?
they got comfortable. They because when the trenches, like Z said, this is my only option, right?
Yeah.
So they felt like, hey, this is my way out. Then they started living good. They had their own room. Own at first we were sleeping on the floor. We on pallets and everything. Then they got their own room, own bed. Started dressing nice, and
Well,
it's like, oh,
you said
I got
the dad started making money. He moved the family out up north. So
Then they started realizing they got
that's the
more
dad
options
fault. That's the dad fault.
for
That ain't the
giving them
kid's fault.
for giving them a better life.
But no, I'm saying no. I'm saying I'm not saying it's his fault for giving him a better life. I'm saying it's his fault for not. So it's somewhere down the line, like he stopped doing what he was doing. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like he stopped
stopped eating
eating.
noodles.
He stopped waking them up. He probably stopped waking them up early while he was getting
No,
to
he
that.
kept doing it. They fighting them on it. Cause now it's like, hey, cause if you sleeping on the floor, if I'm sleeping on the floor every day, it's easy to wake up at 3:30, 4:30 in the morning and go work out. I'm already uncomfortable. But now if I'm in this bed with a pillow and a cover and the air on, it feel good, and they say, hey, let's go wake up at 4:30. Well, I need to work out. We good now. This like Z said it, you got when you got a kid that feel like, hey, this is my only option, then they gonna go a little harder. But kids with like multiple options, like I used to always hear, man, I'm going to college here, I'm going to college here. Kids with more options tend not to go hard. Like that's how I look at it. When you got a lot of options and you know your family good, you know you don't really need this. I just look at it like kids don't really go too hard when they got options.
But I still think, bro. I still think, bro. It's on the parents, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, like because like there's no way I'm gonna let you get comfortable as a dad. Like you know what I'm saying, like I'm just not. This is me. I'm not gonna let you get comfortable, bro. Like Z said it. Like it's kind of like he told that he said that about say like the boyfriend came in the picture. Hey, I'm seeing you slacking.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you slacking, bro. That's your job as a parent
But she was
to see that.
hungry though, Ed. She was hungry.
But he said
Hey,
she still
she
was
was.
slacking
Hey,
though.
Z, when
As
she
hungry
dropped.
as they was,
Hey,
she still was slacking.
when she turned 16, did you put her in a Mercedes coupe?
No, I ain't
Hey,
got. I still ain't got one.
hey, most of these kids finna get in the Mercedes coupe by turn they 15, 16 years old. You telling me
Yeah.
they gonna be hungry for real?
Well, that's why I tell people that out here on this end of town where I teach at, the student parking lot look better than the teacher parking lot. Yeah.
Shit, that's almost
So
anywhere. Shoot.
yeah, no, not in DeSoto and Dunkerville and all that. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But in some of these suburban towns, where man,
Yeah.
the
Range
student
Rovers,
parking lot look better than the teacher parking lot, man.
Range
So, you
Rovers,
know, yeah, kids
Hellcats.
driving up in events and Camaros and Scat Packs and
Yeah.
whack packs. So I don't even know all the name of them packs, but they driving up and stuff now, man. And we all know them $120,000,
Yeah.
$140,000 cars. You know what I'm saying? So for a kid to have that already, I get what Trey's saying. What is their end goal? Shit, I'm already here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really have that, Like I just bought my son a used car, nigga, 100-some thousand miles old. That nigga happy as hell, bro.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that nigga happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so happy he don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it. So the percentages of kids that are getting catered to and given everything to, yeah, they're probably down on their hunger. Their hunger level is probably down. You know what I'm saying? As far as their work ethic is driving, unless they got a parent like Ed saying and saying, no matter how good I provide for you, you still got to do this. You still got to do that. You still got to do this. But then we talked about earlier, one parent gone though. When mom and daddy not there in the morning saying you still got to do this, still got to do that. They get to college and chill.
Yeah.
But
They get to college and chill.
I still think that discipline, if the parent is disciplined like that, eventually it'll revert back. Cause everybody every kid gonna go straight. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna go down that road where they think, oh yeah, my mom and daddy, shit, all right, life gonna get to pop your ass. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Life gonna get the taxing you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Then you gonna revert back to the discipline that your parents was displaying. You know what I'm saying? You might get it. You might veer off your freshman year. You gonna start failing some classes. You ain't gonna be on that bench. You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of like, all right, do I really want to do this or not? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's how I feel like, bro. I just feel like at the end of the day, somebody said, nah, you can't keep pushing that. That's when it's time to find something else. They might be interested in. And like it's I look at it like this, like, bro, yes, I'm gonna make sure my kid have the best life possible, right? But at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna be on your behind, bro. Like, I'm still like, that's your job to be on your child's behind.
If you if
Whether they go astray or not, like, at least you know you did what you did. You did what you supposed to do as a
But as a
parent.
parent, you can't be delusional either. If I
Yeah.
put you in baseball and you lazy, I put you in football, you lazy. I put you in golf, you lazy. I put you in tennis, you lazy. Like when do I stop being delusional that you just lazy? If I put you in take you to the library and I want you to do research and you lazy about that, like as a parent, when is delusional need to stop? Like I need to face the facts that I have a lazy individual in my house and I need to figure out some way to kickstart just them living. Because I told some parents last night in the stands, all y'all parents gonna have a bunch of 30-year-old women and men living in y'all house because of how y'all baby y'all kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because the parenting era now, they baby the shit out their kids, bro.
Yeah.
They baby. I ain't saying you gotta be, I ain't saying I'm doing what my mom and daddy did to me and shit like that, but they never make their kids accountable for nothing, bro. Everything is always somebody else's fault. So, if I'm comfortable at the crib, nigga, mama, what you cooking today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bringing my girlfriend over my mama's
Yeah.
house. Like, do you know how many niggas doing that right now?
I know a lot. Hey,
Yeah,
but that's why
exactly.
I
You know
asked the
what I'm saying?
question.
Like,
That's why I asked the question, like, what's the end goal? And then you said it earlier, like, what other options do you have? Like, if basketball your only option and you fail at it, what? And you remember back in the day, they was like, you need to have a plan B. And we used to
yeah,
get mad, man. I don't got no plan B. I don't need no plan. I know I'm going to the league, and we
yeah,
thinking we going to the league, but it's like you said, what options do you have if basketball don't work? And then what's the end goal? Because some people just so focused on this sport or whatever sport you playing, and then by the time they look up and they 30, because you know it's easy to get a kid that's 22, 23, still chasing their basketball dreams. They go 24, 25, still chasing their I see it every day. They chasing their basketball dream. 27, 28, they still chasing their basketball dreams. And it's like, all right, now they 30, they still living with their mama. It's like, damn, what's the end goal? Because you wasted 10 years of your most important life. You could have been learning a whole different trade. 10 years, you could have been a master electrician. But you done spent 10 years trying to hoop.
Yep.
You know, and I talk to a lot of older men, and they be like electricians and physical therapists and stuff like that.
Have you ever had the best socks in the world? Nope, you ain't. You don't know why you lying like that. Listen, ASG socks is the best socks in the world. Comfortable, snug fit, and you don't need to double sock them. Listen, the socks that the pros wear, these are ASG socks. Listen, man. Buy two, get one free, plus free shipping. Less than $50, man. Use code I'm coming to get these socks. Get these socks today. Stop playing.
Like they spent years learning these new trades, but they was in the same situation we was in. They was basketball players and football players, but they had another end goal. All right, I'm gonna be a physical therapist. All right, I'm gonna go be an electrician. I'm gonna be a plumber or whatever. I'm gonna have a different skill. And then look, and these cats still hoop. They still get shots up. They still hoop. They still work out. They might go play in a grown man league, but they not 30 living with their mamas. You see,
Right.
they end goal is, hey, like Z, I can take care of my family. I got a family. I got a house. I got a job. I got a career. I'm pushing my kids out, and it's like nowadays, what are we teaching our kids? Because we come from parents that had end goals for us. Hey, my mother used to always say, you're going to be whatever you want, but you won't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a choice. I had to be smart. I had tutors and I had to read every day, all this stuff. So now it's like, these days, all you see kids do is play basketball. If they not training, they in the game. If they not in the game, they watching the game. It's like,
Right.
I
all
think
right,
I think Trey, my biggest accomplishment was yesterday when Zay sent me a picture of her master's degree. She got it in the mail, and so that she's the first kid, my firstborn, and she got a master's. So she done set the tone for Rudy, Lil Z. She done set the tone for him. She done set the tone. Like my firstborn got her masters. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like so that's more college than I've ever thought about even doing. Having.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, as a parent, where's the bar? What bar are you setting for your kids? Like what? Like Trey saying, the end goal. Yeah, my end goal for my kids was to get them into college for free. I'm 2 for 2 right
yeah.
now.
Right.
Now my end goal for Lil Z is to get him into college for free. Now they got to take what I done put in them and go pursue life like they need to pursue it. I did what I set out to do. My end goal for my kids was to get a free education.
Hey, so let me expand it. And your kids are gifted. Like you can see your son good at basketball. You can see your daughter good at basketball. Let's say an average person. I'm gonna be a devil advocate. Average person like me, and if I got kids, but my kids is not as talented as you and your kids. And that's all I'm trying to tell parents. Because everybody's not gonna be a Z. Everybody's not gonna be a Lil Zay. Like what are y'all gonna do? Because you might not go
But
get that
I'm
full-ride
saying
scholarship.
from that young age though, Trey, I'm leaving basketball out. I'm saying from that young age, it's our job as a parent to find our kids' gift and their talent. Because every kid is born with a gift and a talent.
Yeah.
It might not be football, it might not be basketball, it might not be soccer, it might not be a sport. It might be an artist.
Yeah.
It might be technology. It might be, you just never know what and I don't think we, as a culture, of a black culture, sports is what looms our life as a black culture. And we don't have enough, like we're watching Coco do something amazing right now. We don't have enough black tennis players. We don't have enough have enough black golf players. I'm gonna keep it at the sport, but we don't put our kids in those sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't think that's big enough. We think of NFL or NBA. You know, that's where our kids. So guess who makes the bulk of the money off of us? Those sports.
Yeah.
Football and basketball make a whole lot of money off the black culture.
Yeah.
Right. And then look, hey, and we complain about it,
Yeah.
and still, it's still through.
But I think a lot of the reason why we don't have a lot is priced out. We priced out of those as a culture, in a sense. Like we priced out of golf, we priced out of tennis, we priced out of karate or taekwondo. You know what I'm saying? We priced out of those sports.
I don't know. I think parents find money for what they want to find money for. I learned that through running a business. Is parents pay for what they want to pay for.
Yeah.
Like, I know women that don't miss getting their hair done on Friday and getting their nails and toes done.
Yeah.
I know women that don't miss that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, as you know, we as a culture, we pay for what we want to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you'll make it happen if you really want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've seen it time after time. So, you know, I can't say we priced out. I just think we just don't respect those sports like we do. You see all the big names in football. You see all the big names in basketball. Just like now, there's a lot of black kids getting into baseball now because they're seeing these contracts. They're not getting into baseball because they love it. They get into baseball because they seeing these boys making all this money.
Right.
So parents now trying to flip the narrative like, we're going to play baseball. We're going to do baseball. But if you're not really in it for the love of it, do you think you're going to really aspire to be great at it? You're not going to be aspiring to be great at it.
Baseball hard to make to the big leagues now.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Boy, you gotta go through AAA, AA, A.
But what triggers our culture is the end goal of what Trey talking about. What is the trigger to our culture?
Money and popularity.
Money and popularity and fame.
Yeah.
And money is first.
Yeah.
Money is first.
I don't know. I know a lot of people. I don't know if money. I'm just playing jokes, but I don't know if money can be first. I know a lot of people be like, I just want to come up so I can shit on you niggas. Like, they don't really want the money. They just want to come up. They just want to say they made it so I can look down on everybody else that didn't make it. Y'all know nobody like that?
I got a nephew.
I don't associate my people.
You don't know like. See, I'm not gonna name names, but you had somebody on your podcast who said, you know why I look fly? So I can show you. What do you think that is?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all the true story. I got a nephew named Dreyfus Jackson. He was the quarterback of City Hill, and he was a hell of a football player. Ended up going to Rice. You know how hard it is to get in Rice. He was on full ride.
Right.
Took Rice to their first bowl game. Got their first bowl win. Everything. Well, this kid's so smart. Dreyfus graduated pharmaceutical sales from Rice. Know the connections at Rice, whatever. But anyway, he got NFL combine tryouts and all that stuff, you know. But he looked at his dad and said, "You know what, Dad? I'm done with football." He said, "You know what? I'm gonna make more money than an NFL player make over the longevity of time, and what I'm finna do." And he ain't lying, boy. You ought to see how this boy living now. And that's how cold he was. He was cold at football, like cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he in pharmaceutical sales now, and he living better than most pro players could ever think about living.
Yeah.
So his end goal, he had his own end goal.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So, but his daddy raised him right, though. His daddy raised him right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to have a mind on his own to think like that. Because most kids, they going to go until their knees give out in that sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but he living just like he a professional, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said he'll make more money. He'll make more money doing what he do than what he would did in the NFL.
Yeah.
So now you ask the question.
Over the period of his life.
Now you ask the question, what an average person would do for that check. So now you see a lot of people like, out there where they say they selling souls, they compromising their morals. What you gonna do for that check when they offer you money for real. But that's because it's like this is my only option. So you see a lot of people putting dresses on. You see a lot of people doing things that they wouldn't normally do for this money because they ain't got the access to it. But you got options and say, hey, nah, I don't need this money. I don't gotta go
Yeah.
do that. So I look at it like that too. Like a lot of people compromise who they are just to go make $1. Parents
Yeah.
compromise. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for years. A lot of parents, and the word might be strong, but a lot of parents or what correct the word, prostituting their kids in basketball just for a little bit of whatever. Meaning they marketing them there, they selling them here, they doing this. It's like, bro, this little kid is a little kid. Sit them down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like that. Like, what you gonna do for fame, and what you gonna do for a trophy, or what you gonna do for some money, or what you gonna do to say you played on the EYBL?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't selling my soul for. I told it was at the tournament this weekend. One of the guys that wrote he put the best 2026s and he didn't have my son on there, and I didn't address him. I tagged my son and say, see what I be talking about, and I put laughing faces, and he put laughing faces again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're not kissing nobody ass out here,
Right.
bro. We're not finna be, I'm not finna pay
Oh,
nobody
somebody
to.
put a list of 26s out.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they never add my son to the 2026 list. But I mean, I just be showing him that it's people out here that pay for that shit.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, whatever God got for your kid, he got for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to do all that, man. And the dude walked up to me and said, man, I'm sorry. I said, man, you ain't got to apologize to me, bro. I didn't even say nothing to you. I wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, I saw you comment though, man. I was like, yeah, that was to my son. Yeah, that was to my son. It wasn't to you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that goes on so much now. The politics side of basketball, youth sports, period. The politics side of youth sports is sickening, bro. And that's another topic that we can just talk about a whole hour
Yeah.
about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's taking the fun from some of these kids. It really has.
Yeah.
It's taking the fun from it, because I always remember when lining up against such and such, it wasn't no politics. If you got the best of them that day, you got the best of them.
Hey,
Right.
You
I
know what I'm saying?
seen you post something. You said politics put you in a depression.
Yeah. Politics almost killed me, bro. I almost took my life, because I know how good I was, and I just couldn't get over the hump. And when I got those NBA tryouts, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was always like I could outplay a major marquee guy, but they still keep the marquee guy over me because I'm a no name.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and when you go and really perform well in these camps, now it does something to you. Like, I had to help my daughter back through that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, because it's not like you went there and sucked and
Right.
you didn't
Right.
play well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's tough, bro. It's tough, and people don't understand that. So as you go up in levels, it get harder and harder, bro. The politics start getting more and more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I'm seeing politics early now. Like, it's never been in the youth game like
Yeah.
it is now.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the youth game now. Like, it's so many handlers, so many writers, so many this. Everybody got their hand out for some money. So it's a lot of stuff going on under the table that kids don't even know that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the parents politicking. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not even about to tell you half the stuff. Man, I done had parents and dads come to me and tell me, hey, man, I have my daughter play with y'all, but once you would do some shit, I'm like, bro, you can get, you mean, come on, man, this ain't that
yeah,
type program over here. You can go ahead and go. But like you'll be crazy. And this I know I be seeing so much stuff. I be like, what they do for that kid? What they do to have
Mm-hmm.
that kid? And I'm telling you, people be thinking it's not like people be acting like basketball like a saint world. It's just like the dope game, the streets, everything. You don't think these people extorting each other? You don't think these people blackmailing each other? You don't think these people say, "Hey, you do this, and I'll let my kids play for you," or
Yeah.
"You do this, and I'll let your kid play for me"? Like it's so much stuff. Like you saying, that politics at a youth age is crazy. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. What's your thoughts on the NBA Finals, man? What's your thoughts on the
So
game?
It's
Yeah,
over.
we all knew who was gonna win that.
Yeah, it's over. If it
Hey, I
go,
don't
if
even
it
think that
go,
was
if it go game 7, it's just because the NBA wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just because the NBA wanted to. If it go game 7, but yeah, I mean, I know they're finna fly back to Indiana, so shit, ain't no telling what's gonna go on. But I got a question for y'all before we get out. Why didn't
Yeah.
they play on Why didn't they play on Father's Day? They play NBA games on Mother's Day.
I don't know. That is a good question. Oh, I think because of how the days lined up. Don't they play like every 2 days?
They was off 3 days, bro.
Oh, they was off 3 days.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, damn, that is
Why you
interesting.
think they didn't? You think it's like
I'm
not
just saying.
recognition or something? Was you?
I just wanted to know that question. I was like, dang, I was looking forward to it. I pulled it up on my phone. Like, I know the game come on today. As far as they get to watch the NBA. And I looked at it and said,
Oh,
no,
it
it coming
was
on.
Sunday. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Because the last time they had played was what, Thursday?
yeah,
Or Friday?
yeah. It was I believe Thursday,
Yeah, so Friday.
Friday,
Yeah, Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday would have been their rest day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. That's a good question, though.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
yeah. I thought about it. I was like, man, I told my wife last night. I said, man, they always have NBA on Mother's Day. Always. Everybody
Right.
get to showcase their mom. Everybody get to talk about their mom. They put the little picture up, and they got the mics on the court. I have a bunch of games on. Everybody, hey mama. Hey mama, hey, happy Mother's Day, mama.
Yeah.
The other dudes walking up, speaking into it. Mama, hey mama, hey mama, hey, But now Father's Day, I was like, no NBA, no NBA on.
Hey, that's crazy though. I ain't never. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah. Hey, it's a good little point. That's a good little point though. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even think about that. Cause
Yeah,
I was like, damn, the game was yesterday, but they had 3 days off. That
yeah,
makes sense though. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense. Well,
Yeah, it's just
listen.
like you said. Father's Day is just another day. It ain't. It ain't.
Yeah,
yeah,
It ain't real for real.
yeah.
yeah.
Did y'all
But
get
see,
anything? Did y'all get anything for Father's Day?
I
shit,
did. My wife took care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife took care of me. She took me out to the steakhouse, got me a brand new Samsung watch. Boy, I can
yeah.
talk on that thing. I can talk on that thing. I can do everything on that thing, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna be showing off when I get back to work,
yeah.
nigga. I'll be like, yeah, hello, hello, yeah, shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. My wife took care of me, but my kids, they all in different places, but and ain't nobody making no real money, so I don't be expecting nobody to give me nothing or nothing. But it's that morning call. That's all I
Yeah,
need. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, yeah. I'll be good with that. I'll be good with that, bro.
yeah. Hey,
Yep.
my daughter called me. I had called my son the day before, so I was like, shit, I don't be tripping. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't be
Yeah, man.
tripping.
Yeah. I don't like like
I
like
got
what
babies.
you said it. You said it, Trey. We don't make it no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't make it no big deal, man. We don't be out here about, man. I think niggas that wear panties and bras make it a big deal, but I
but
just I be
I
hot
think the
though.
older we get, we gonna get off it. But I think the older we get, bro, I just think like, bro, we just looking for peace, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? At the end of the day, bro, just
yeah,
give me some peace. And I can go fishing, whatever. Like, just let me have some peace. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to do no arguing. I don't want to do no bickering. Like, bro, like,
yeah,
say Happy Father's Day. Let's go on about our day. Like, let's be peaceful today. Like, I
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
no commotion today.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
yeah, that's I mean that's pretty much where I've been like for the last few years. Like, bro, I'm just trying to have peace, bro. I don't want no I ain't yeah.
yeah.
Leave me alone, bro.
Especially if you separate from the mama and all
Yeah.
that, man. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, them be, arguing why my kids ain't with me on Father's Day, even though it ain't my weekend. But I done been through it all, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like you said, peace is what matters, man. And I think, you know, when you get to the level of life where you just want peace, you live just a better, healthier life, man.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
Oh, for
All that
real.
chaos, like I told y'all earlier, man. Half the people that's doing all this crazy stuff out here, man, they miserable, bro. They miserable
Yeah.
inside, man. They in a dark place, bro. They in a dark place in life,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, so you ain't gonna catch me out here hollering and screaming, acting a fool nowhere. Cause nigga, I'm in a great place in life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Nah, for
when
real.
you
That's
see guys,
real.
when you see guys at these pro-ams and they kicking balls and want to fight. I mean, them niggas miserable, bro.
Yeah.
I was in the 40 over and I told a bunch of guys that after the game, I said, you know why y'all act like this? Because y'all not happy with your life right now.
Yeah.
They getting mad at me because I ain't getting mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I came here to socialize, play a little basketball, and go home, man. I ain't here to try to kill nobody no more and be arguing, want to shoot somebody behind some damn basketball game, man. Come on, man.
Man, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I just feel like, bro, like at the end of the day, like I feel like even if your life ain't even going the way you want it to go, bro, I feel like it still don't give you the right to just spaz
Pass out.
Hey,
Yeah.
nah,
that,
you ain't
bro.
got no options. Hey,
Like,
when you broke, well, not broke, when you ain't like got it and you struggling, you don't even know you really angry. You don't really know you projecting all this. But then cause I'm guilty. When I was younger, man, I go to the gym, I'm angry, I'm yelling. I start making a little money. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't finna do all that. I ain't got no time to be doing like your whole you laugh more, you what they call it when men just sit around and laugh. Oh, it's a word they use, but like you can enjoy your time because you're not worried about the struggle. You're not worried about your next meal. You ain't worried about rent. Like you just really enjoy. Like Z said, when you chasing peace, that peace, like you half the stuff you will entertain when you're not like doing so good it's totally different, you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's my testimony.
Yeah. I mean, it
When I
started
was
back,
down
though. It
bad, I
started
was
back.
angry.
My daddy used to say it started way back in slavery days. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the envious and jealousy in our culture started a long time ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never be envious or jealous of either one of y'all. No matter, you
yeah,
know, y'all go
yeah,
buy brand new beans. I'm congratulating you because I wasn't raised around hate and envy and
yeah,
jealousy and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm gonna work my ass off and go get it too. So I don't understand that. So I don't be having compassion for it. So I do get upset when people be, you know, say a little comment loud and look at that whole ass nigga. You know, like what? Why, bro? Why?
Yeah.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, why he got to be there because he's doing well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
guys don't like me because I call you out on that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what's the problem with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but you know that's our culture. Our culture is envious and jealous of one another, bro.
right,
As long as we all on the same playing field, we
Right.
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when you go off and leave somebody, oh, bro, all kind of stuff, boy. I mean, it's just, that's why I stay in my lane, bro. I stay out the way. And people
yeah,
say, "Z, you always saying I stay out the way, bro." I just stay out the way. And halftime, I don't even, you know, I ain't finna drive. Boy, if I go somewhere, man, I'm driving this old beat up truck. I don't want to drive nothing new. I don't want nobody to know how I'm living. I don't
yeah,
want me to live. I'm staying out the way, bro, because that's like, I was just telling Zay that, baby, when you start making a whole lot of money, but don't live to impress nobody but yourself.
yeah,
Yeah, like that's you the only person you need to impress. Like you don't your daddy did it. I lived a life to try to impress a whole bunch of people that didn't even care about me anyway.
Right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another thing we struggle with in our culture. Our culture looks for approval through material things. We do. You know, I got to drive this certain car. I got to live in this certain neighborhood. I got to, you know, wear this Gucci belt. I got to wear these Gucci shoes. You know, we look for approval through material things to say we've arrived.
right.
Do you know how many niggas I know wear Gucci shit, bro?
Hey, yeah, you right. Hey, I be laughing. I be laughing because people be like, man, you don't ever wear no, you don't really be dressing out. I wear raw greatness everywhere I go. And you
Yeah,
saying, I was like, bro, I'm not trying to impress. They
yeah,
were like, you ain't gonna get no, bro. Listen, if I want a female, I get her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna get them just like this. I ain't gotta have no fake chains on.
yeah,
The
yeah,
mouthpiece gonna work. If it don't work,
yeah,
I'll move on. But you're right. See, a
yeah,
lot of people gonna put on expensive clothes, but don't got the money. Man, you can be somewhere and you can see a whole bunch of people dressed up or nice clothes, and then you be like, hey, bro, let's go do this or let's invest in this, and they ain't got no money to invest. They ain't got no money to travel. It's like,
yeah,
oh man, y'all living wrong. You ain't, or you asking
Yeah,
me for some money. It's like, nah,
yeah.
you ain't got to worry about impressing me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, shoot,
Good
man.
live, man.
Good live,
Yeah.
man. Good live.
Have fun at camp, boy.
All right, now.
All right, boy.
And you at camp?
Well, that's I'm in Waco. They got a camp at with the head coach of La Vega High School. He got a like a community camp.
Oh, okay.
He wanted me to come do some interviews and stuff. So
Okay, already.
yeah,
Shit, good luck then.
yeah. But I'll be
All
back
right,
in the
boy.
city, but in the morning.
All
All
right.
right, dog.
Y'all take it
All right,
easy.
now. Yes, sir.